Greetings and salutations, dear strategy fans. We've been now a few hours into our first session, and I thought let's make and create a little bit of some sort of like a beginner guide to have some bearings, like what the fuzz is going on and what is happening. So let's start maybe with the UI. Very quickly, you have over here a different opinions board. You have your nobility, you have the army, you have your merchants, you have the clergy, and you have your peasantry. Depending on your actions and little events popping up here and then, these will go up and down. And you want to be keeping them happy, because if you keep them happy, you get bonus stats for your whole provinces. If not, it will go down. Next up is here in the middle. You have in the middle your king with his courtship, left and right. Maybe you can compare it a little bit with like Crusader Kings, where you can grab 1 out of 5 positions. You have your marshal. You need a marshal, by the way, to move around armies and have him with you attacking certain position settlements. You can also use your king for doing so. Then you have your merchants that you can send out to people that you have a trade agreement with. Symbolized, if you have one with them, is, for example, let's grab, who's nearby? Let's grab Germany with Regensburg. Click on a banner over here, then you can see this symbol being filled out. That is the trade agreements. Otherwise, you have to go to offer and be like, hey, trade agreements, what do you say? Non-aggression pacts? Attack Hungary. They want me to attack Hungary the whole time. I'm gonna refuse. Sorry for the yawn. We've been here for quite some hours, but I needed to bring this tutorial together, or some sort of like beginner tips to get it started. We started with Vienna over here. We were super lucky in terms of the war that's going on between Poland, Bohemia, and Germany to set a foothold, and now we're just harassing over here Klagenfurt and pillaging his stuff over and over again and pushing ourselves up until to the oblivion. Good. Further on, of course, your treasury. Then you have your books. The books are very important because those allow you give skill points or traits to your counts and to yourself, as aka the king. I'm going to come to that in a bit. Then, of course, you have your piety. Piety is important because of some of the abilities or things that you want to trigger will cost you piety. So, like that. And then you have the commerce, where when you send out traders to trade with somebody, their total commerce starts with 10.
At your service, sire.
And then if you import goods, it'll cost you even more commerce. So you want to keep an eye on that. And I'll get into a negative like I do. But it is what it is at the moment. So, other than that, food, very important. Very important. Take care of your food. Otherwise, people will get unhappy. Your army will not get replenished properly. And, oh man, it's just shit is hitting the hay. Then you have your kingdom levies. Then you need to create certain armies, aka buy certain soldiers. So, these here just symbolize what kind of things your little villages are producing, or what kind of special resources they have visually. For example, this one over here is a flax field. But you just can click on your town, and it shows down below over here what it goes. So we have large rivers, we have flax fields, we have deep forests, we have gold ore, iron ore, and soul deposits. By the way, these are completely randomized. Every time you start, your special features will be different. I find it quite interesting and quite intriguing. Then, you want to upgrade your town, so to say, with whatever you see fit. I can't say that there is like a perfect way. There is your way. And, of course, if you want to play very aggressively in armies, you want food, because upkeep of armies costs you food. So you want to increase that as fast as possible, as good as possible, in order to uplift more units. Then, to get better units, you want the barracks. And then you need to upgrade these little extra knobs at the buildings. For example, the Fletcher will give you access to ranged light units, so you get your bowmen. And then you need radar on the Royal Armory to get to the heavy units. But that is, of course, depending if you like play very warmongy and aggressive, or if you want to use diplomacy and other shenanigans to play them against each other, and then just come in with some levy units and you know, grab the spoils of war and be laughing at their faces. Depending at the start of the game, you can set up all kinds of you know, winning conditions. You have one who is the great power winning condition, where you have to generate fame.
The current great powers.
And there's some categories of that, and you want to accumulate 5,000 themes first and then win that. Looks like somebody might come to that point. We'll see. We'll see. There's also, of course, tool domination, to have everything, you know, in your possessions.
Kingdom advantages, sire.
And then we have over here, if you manage to trade and have all of the resources in your kingdom, then you can also claim victory over that path. So this is like more of the pacifist path. So if your economy is good, if your trading is good enough, you can win over the kingdom advantages as well. And you know, it shows over here that what kind of items you need for certain advantages, and when you have all of them, you can claim victory. So, moving on. We said it. Buildings, and they have the little upgrades over here, right? Good. Perfect. Then, what do you want to keep an eye out when you're looking at your faction is who's like threats against you. They're very likely to attack you. And then, of course, if you have enemies, who has threats against them? You know, to have your typical, okay, I'm gonna make the enemy of my enemies my friends kind of thing. And it works. You can go down to Venice and be like an audience and be, okay, well, I'll offer you to support you into war against this and that. I'm so sorry. Beautiful. Next. So, we've covered this, we've covered that. Next, we have the royal family task over here.
Your wisest of rulers.
We see your skill bars, what you're good at, your wife, and your kids. Very important. You don't find a wife the way like you do in Crusader Kings, where, you know, you just like look between the peasants, maybe marry there somebody. You actually need to work quite a bit to get a wife. And what does it mean? So you go over here on this little icon that says marriages, click on it,
The world at your
then it opens the big map. Purple, or like these pinkish, means there are females that can be married. So I can go over here and be like, I would like a royal wedding between Prince Bernard and Princess Constanze. And of course, because our relation is not that good, he will not accept it. If the relation is good enough, they will accept it. So you can either conquer by, you know, declaring war and then take it over, or force him in a declaration of peace to give you a piece of lands and expand. Or you can make it the, you know, diplomatic way and marry somebody and then wait for their father to die to take over the lands and titles, and with that expands with your family. Good. How does that work? To do that, you will need one of these agents with their special abilities, as I said. Marshal is for warfare. You have your merchant who's doing the trade stuff and generates you income because you're sending them over after you have a trade agreement to actually trade with said country. And he's also the one who will import you items and resources for, if we remember over here,
Kingdom advantages, sire.
for the kingdom advantages to get your 8 advantages to win, right? So then you need your implements
My quill is at your disposal, sire.
and send them over to, you know, appease them and be like, hey, we're friends, we're good, and work on your relationship with them. For example, he's now working on Germany for me, and the other one is working on Bavaria for me. Increase, well, the likeness of my neighbors, right? So then we have the spy as well.
Do you feel the cold touch of death?
We can infiltrate a kingdom and do all kinds of nasty shenanigans with him. Like, he will listen for rumors that you can use. He will be, hey, there is an corrupt-ish marshal, like my king is, marshal 1, because red color, who's leading the armies. We could bribe him to become a mercenary army on the enemy side. So there's a lot of mind games that you can play if you have the finances, of course, behind it, and your spies to do so. You can play it over that path and not really need to plunder and send armies around. It is a tougher way, though, of course, if you not take advantage of the plundering mechanic in terms of getting money and what so forth. Talking quickly of plundering, in let's go back to where we are. Food gives you supplies when you plunder it, so the supply meter on your army will go up. You can see it right now. Oh, there it is, 97. That will go back up, and then the money coins, of course, generates you then income. If you give something where there's a book on it, you will get books and so on and so forth. So they kind of represent the outcome of resource that you're gonna get up there for plundering them. You get only plundered, or you can only plunder and get all the things once your bar is full. Let's play here. As we see right now, I am plundering them right now. Perfect. There is an army, so we can show you also some sort of battle improvements that help me super much in my campaign to kick the AI's ass. So we're gonna go for a straight up attack. We are definitely above their strength in terms of units and whatnot, because they have 4 peasants and a light infantry.
What is your command?
And I'm with spearmen, light infantry. We have already men-at-arms who are like heavy infantry, and so on and so forth. There's a lot of things happening. So let's see. Oh, there's a 3 count. Look at that. They're actually finding a camp back.
Push forward.
Look at that. I'm gonna lead this.
Easy battle.
I'm gonna lead this battle, and then we'll see with the next one. At the battle start, it will show you quickly where the enemy camp is. You can win by capturing that, and also you can win by killing the enemy leader.
The enemy stands
As soon as
here.
the enemy general leader is dead, the battle is
Holding
over, no
these
matter
capture points can grant
how
us a
many
decisive
units you
victory.
have on the battlefield. At least that's what happens to me. If I might be wrong, please correct me.
Sire, our troops
So
await your command.
once the enemy leader is dead, it is completely over. There's a little bit of a memory lag leak going on at the moment when loading into battle. That's why we jumping around a little bit. So what I want to show you is this here. Shrink ranks. As long as the enemy doesn't have like an over exaggerated archery army, you want to do that. What is happening? It says reduces the enemy trample chance. That means cavalry will not run into you super hardly. And it increases your morale, and that is super important. I mean, my morale is maximum right now overall, but nonetheless, to know this little gimmick just to clicking over here on shrinking ranks means so much. Then, to the units, very simply, to declare it, to tell it to you, is this orange circle is like a stamina bar around it. When you tell them to run, because they will normally go, you have to hit on R or click this shoe button below me. Then it will drag from this bar, and when it's empty, they cannot run or charge and have to wait until they have recovered. So before your enemies hit a target, click that R button to go in full charge. Then for flanking, of course, I kind of enjoy my triangle moves, triangle formation, but I'll leave only the cavalry triangle formation. I'm gonna move over there. Actually, we're gonna widen the ranks on you guys, and
At your command.
with shift click you can select multi-putes and be like, okay, tight information, and we want, for example, to move back here, and then control 1 is group 1, shift left click to grab all these, control 2 for group 2, and then move back here. They're holding position, perfect. Beautiful. We can unpause.
My life is precious.
Wider formation. Beautiful.
Beware of ambush.
Beware of ambush.
That's what we're paid for. At
So.
your command. Ready to fight. We are on our way. Stop moving.
Let's do wider formation with you guys as well.
Reach that strategic area.
Beautiful. Wider formation with you as well.
Spread.
Wider formation with you as well. So another quick tip is, this is the range that they cannot shoot anymore. This near circle, and they're telling you what they're weak and strong against. So they're good against shooting infantry units, and they're weak against cavalry. So it's like a rock, paper, scissors. Sorry. As said, we're long streaming already today, but I wanted to bring this out because I feel like you're a little bit overwhelmed at the beginning. And there's not really an oh my goodness, and apparently the hostile army has joined the battle as well.
After me, men.
That means we have to be aggressive here now.
Spearmen ready. Draw spears. At your command. Hurry up. At the ready. Move out.
We have to be aggressive here now.
They're flanking us. Keep up the pace. I'm in charge here. Quickly, after me.
So.
I must be well protected.
Charge.
Finish them off. Bowmen ready.
Oh gods. I did not expect a second army to join.
From the enemies.
At your command. The cowards are fleeing. Run, run, run.
So.
Ready to fight. Ready your swords. Let's get some sweat in the armor. Show me your
Let's get some sweat in the armor.
Reach the spot before the enemy. Our blades are sharpened. Awaiting target. March on. We are being flanked. Ready to fight.
So.
Reach that
You guys move over there. And
the weaklings have run away.
let's go and capture quickly the points.
It looks safe.
Looks like they're not coming. Oh wow, I did not expect that. That happens for me for the first time, that there's an enemy joining the map. Wow. Blood, that means he's from the family.
I'm in charge here. Ready your swords.
Okay. Beautiful.
Ready to fight. We are on our way. Stop moving.
Let's move like this.
Reach that strategic area. We are on our way. At your command.
Let's get it holding. Let's get it going.
Move out.
So,
I'm in charge here.
you guys seem
Trample them.
super tired. Tired. Let's go. Charge, charge, charge.
Show me your heels. Attention.
Beautiful.
March on. I'm in charge here.
A hostile capture point is being taken.
Hostile capture point being taken. Oh, that takes forever. That takes forever. We have 2 archers. You need to die. We don't really care about the rest. You need to go.
Our soldiers have taken a capture point from the enemy.
After me, men.
Okay, beautiful. And just let's capture the other one, and then we've won the battle. I wonder what happens now when we won this battle via the capture points.
Our armies are taking control of an enemy capture point.
So, controlling all capture points will secure victory for your forces. Well, there we go. That means he will lose even though he had the upper hand in terms of army size. I would love to be able to tilt the camera,
Taking all capture points, we
but
secured
doesn't
the
happen.
area and left no further chance to our enemies.
There we go. The battle has been won at Klagenfurt. So,
We captured the lowly Kerr, known as the enemy leader.
and we captured him. His whole army is gone. Oh my god. Ooh, and he's blood related. I think that's what this little blood item blood means. Oh my goodness. This is so bad. But yeah. This is so good. I'm sorry. So quickly laughing over here. Good. Then, what else we have?
Our treasury, my lord.
Of course, you can click on every icon that tells you what you can do.
And culture.
You can, if you have enough deity and money points, alter your religion and like convert or go somewhere over. Or you can use your
The brightest
cleric
ruler in the world.
then to preach Catholicism if you capture then non-deity settlements that are not non-deity, not your same religion. Good. Of course, if you want to declare war to somebody, you just click on them, go to audience, declare war, good to go. You can also demand them and demand other kingdoms if they like you to attack a kingdom. Like I could go, for example, to Germany because we're friendly and be okay. Okay, there's no kingdom right now that I can demand him to do so, but I can support him, for example, in the war between wherever what's going on. And there's an interesting pact over here. There's not such things like proper allies. So you can sign defense treaties with people who are nearby to you and might pose a threat. Then you can do defense treaties with them. As in,
advice.
over here, create a defensive pact with somebody. Or, what is even more interesting, you can create an invasion with somebody together. So I can tell, for example, create an invasion plan against a neighboring kingdom and be like, hey, let's go for Hungary. And then they will try create an invasion pact together with them to declare war on someone together at once. So good. So good. I think I have most of the little crooks and crannies and mechanics covered. Last one that I want to show you is the assign skill point. No, assign skills. So each of your guys starts with level 0. You can click over here on their little blue darkish button where you can see a set of skills given. Tradition and others I will show you in a bit. This is a set of skills given. You have down here with the bright stars 3 sets that are specific to the class and with their colors, so spy, primal. And then you have 2 with these gray ones who are secondary class skills that can be from any other class. And then what you can do, if you like a specific trait or skill in that sense, a lot, you can go to your family
Your wisest
Heir tomb.
rulers and his king.
and you can go on these. It starts with 1, then you have space for T, then there's space for 3. And then you click over here, and if your ruler has these abilities, you can lock them for your family, as in the royal family tree. And then they are always accessible, as you could see over there. Right? These are the 3 that I have chosen so far, and they're always accessible. These one are just randomly shuffled to you what he gets in terms of like a spy ability and the other ability. And it's sometimes hard to like min-max your character that you want to have or need. So you might end up kicking him and then grab another one and try again to see if his abilities are fitting to you. Keep in mind that it's very costly because every ability costs 200 books, for example, down there to grab it. And then murderous plots. Yeah, why not? Let's have assassination on you.
Great. I am ready to try that in practice.
And then, oh, concealment. Fitting for a spy. Fitting for a spy. Good. Oh man, I'm so tempted to execute this bloodline, guys. Is not right. These things are called traditions. Traditions are not based on skills of a ruler. It needs any knight skill at level 3. Oh, is it any knight level? Okay, cool. So you can have it from the knights as well. Okay, that makes it a little bit easier then. Because I was thinking, okay, you only have to shuffle through king, heir, and then get those going. Thank you for correcting me on that, DV. Thank you for correcting. Exactly, he gets the skills on level 3 right away. Okay, that's why I thought it is linked to that, because his skills are level 3 instantly. Okay, that's cool. Thank you. Anything else that might be interesting to put into the VOD? No, I think we got it covered. If you have any specific questions or I forgot anything, let me know in the comments down below. After watching the video. Definitely. Oh yeah. Sieges. That might be an interesting one. In case you calculate on attack in the city. For example, over here, you see Etzergom with one of these little shield icons. One of these little shield icons represents 800 guardsmen. We can go over here. Town guards. And city guard, exactly. So all of them are city guards, and the more they have, the more you will have to face in the siege. And in the siege, you will have to wear them out on attrition, destroy their defenses, and hope that you have enough supplies left to withstand that siege and hold it up and win it. So it's not that easy to just waltz in there and take over a city. So you might be easier on by harassing them and showing them that you're more powerful and force them over the victory condition, as in like, hey, so let's sign a peace treaty. I mean, maybe you got a stubborn mule like my Corinth over here, where I go to sign a peace treaty, then demand a tributes and say, hey, give me Klagenfurt, and I'll leave you alone. He's just like, no, we're fighting until the end. This is what you call a fair peace treaty, and then go F yourself. He
I
just
thirst
doesn't
for
want it.
battle.
And I keep smashing him, but AI wants blood. AI wants to fight. He's feeling that he will be able to beat me in this scenario. I don't think so. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. So, I think we have the most important parts in this little beginner guides walkthrough. Let me know what you think, and let me know if we should enter and put anything more to it. Thanks for watching.